Okay, my friends, finally Yale University has agreed about the mud fossils, exceptional preservation of soft-bodied biota from silica-rich oceans. That means a worldwide flood. It's a rapid worldwide flood right here. All right, at this one terminal layer worldwide, yet how the fossils are preserved remains controversial. No, it isn't. I understand exactly how. They're mud fossils, and I have presented this. Now, they agree that it was rapid precipitation of silica cements. So that is the great flood that they talk about, and that was Noah's flood. Now, in order to understand this, we have to go back through the mythologies. I have done this very carefully and for extended amount of time, and we are now going to present this. So finally, Yale agrees there was a worldwide flood which created my mud fossils. If they don't agree with that, then they should protest me saying that. As far as I'm concerned, they have endorsed exactly what I presented to them long before this. And then they took credit for it in 2016. That's another issue, but it doesn't matter. It's out in the open now. All right, this is about as stunning as it gets. This is the Nag Hammadi Library text that they discovered in 1945. And it talks about the secret sayings that Jesus dictated to Doubting Thomas, who was a scribe, and he wrote them down. It says, whoever finds interpretation of these sayings will not experience death. Number 2 says, let him who seeks until he finds. When he finds, he will become troubled. When he becomes troubled, he will be astonished, and he will rule over the all, whatever that means. And then he goes on to say, you've got to recognize what's in your sight, and what's hidden from you will become plain to you. And 56 and 80 are the things that are hidden and should become plain. Jesus said, whoever has come to understand the world has found only a corpse. And whoever has found a corpse is superior to the world. Now, there was Gaia, who was supposed to be the earth. I think the earth is literally not alive anymore. And all the rest is bodies and corpses. So this is the corpse, and number 80 says it's the bodies. Jesus said, he who has recognized the world has found the body. He who has found the body is superior to the world. These are the secret sayings of Jesus, written down as he was alive, and speaking to his disciples and telling them the mysteries of the world. And there's 113 sayings here, and they are mysterious, I'm going to tell you. I've been trying to figure them out. I got a few, but boy, I'll tell you, this is a lot to think about. But my point is, all of these things that were written about Typhon and the desert and Gaia and the dragons and the monsters and the giants, all have to be looked at again. Minimum have to be looked at again. Most of them, well, not most of them, but some of them I can absolutely prove, no question whatsoever, true. 100% certainty. And they have been denied to be allowed to be seen by the ones that should be saying, let's take a look at it, because I'm forcing it on people. I'm forcing it for over 10 years. You know, you lose patience at a certain point in time, but what can you do? You just have to keep pushing on. Now, I'm hoping people will, first of all, thumbs this up, subscribe, click the bell to say I want to get notified, share, speak. Don't be afraid to speak. Why should you be afraid to speak about something that's true? The people that you're going to be talking to, they're the ones that should be afraid, because they have no idea what they're facing in their own lives. They don't know what they're facing because they've been told, don't talk about that or you will fail here. And that's our educational system. Separation of church and state. Don't talk about any of this stuff relating to, I would say one thing. They were talking about the 10 Commandments and all that. Forget that. The one thing you need to do is above every single door in every single school and every single university and even in your own home, it should say the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Then there'd be no wars. There'd be nothing. Everything would be peaceful and wonderful. Why don't we try that for a change? Because I'm going to tell you right now, At the end of your life, you're going to be facing door A or door B. And it's up to you because of what you did in your life. All right? Last word, I love you all. Well, I wasn't going to put this in because it does sound kind of hokey, but it's true as true. And this is exactly what happened. I woke up one morning 15 years or so ago, and I told my wife, I says, I think there's something in the woods calling my name. I went out, and eventually I found giant human fossils. These things right here. Giant fingertips, hand, all kinds of things. I mean, these right after one after another. I couldn't believe it. And when I went back and I started searching on giants, the first thing that came up almost immediately was, these things are for you to see and for others as a test. And I had no idea where it came from. I went to search to try to find where it came from. It was gone, never came back. And then things dropped on me like one thing after another, just everything. The dragons, the ancient tales, the text, the biology, the giants, and then all of the ancient texts. And I'm not talking about necessarily the Bible, although there's a lot in the Bible that, yes. But there was other stuff, the mythologies. This is where we need to go to understand reality. From what I have determined from my studies, and I have done them more probably than anybody, because I understood more than anybody that this stuff was all true. And a lot of people have a hard time letting themselves sink in. They might stand on a periphery and say, well, it's kind of crazy, but, No, you have to get in and say, what does this really mean? And that's what I did. And it means these ancient texts were correct. What that means, that's for you to determine and for us to start thinking about. Because it has meaning. There's no question of meaning there.